Hello guys, I'm back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku had the Demon Gap redo. So, in the last video we talked about Izuku going to UA to finally do his entrance exam, not because he's going to become a hero, instead he's just going to be in the general studies. After doing that, he left as he met a young girl. This young girl had brown hair and chubby cheeks, and brown hazel-like eyes, but Izuku didn't care and just left. He didn't even heard her name, but either way, he left as he decided to go do some training in that other world. So, after checking out the item shop in the Demon Summoning app itself, he saw the Demon Recruitment feature, where he saw that he's able to recruit demons. And he recruited a demon by the name of Elagor. Not only that, after capturing a few demons and also using the fusion summoning app, like the fusioning feature on his app, he fused a few demons. And these two demons were Matador and Cerberus. Or Cerberus, or Serbi, that Izuku prefers to call him now. Anyway, so, after a while of training, he also learned how to maintain this true Nahobino form, where Izuku transforms into this creepy-ass motherfucker. Anyway, so, after Izuku came back home pretty late, and also convinced his mother that he was not doing anything quote-unquote vicious, she believed it as Izuku goes to his room and starts recording, or should I say writing about his, experiences in that brand new world. And so, after that, he fallen to sleep. So, let's talk about what happens next. So, Izuku would get a mail in the letter, as, get, get a letter in the mail, I meant. So, after getting that, he was told by a hologram of All Might, which pisses him off, because, he thinks that he's quite pompous. And especially because he told, Izuku that he couldn't become a hero. After telling, him that he's able to go to UA as a general studying student, this thing explodes. Thankfully, thrown it into the trash can before it can, burst into his face. So, after telling his mom about this, she celebrated as they were giving Izuku his favorite food. He doesn't really care all that much, and just left to go eat alone in his room, which Inko thinks is, kinda sad. So, the next day comes, or should I say next week, where Izuku is preparing to finally go to UA. When he made it to the UA, wait for a second, something happened. After making it to UA, he goes to the general study class, where he meets his brand new classmates, including a certain girl which he met many years ago. And this girl is Toga. So, after seeing Toga again, Izuku would say this. Wait, Toga? As she would say this. Oh, hey Izu. As meet up again, as they, acted almost like buddy-buddy. Like, seriously buddy-buddy. Even though, Toga is a bit, let's just say crazy. So, after the rest of the students arrived, they meet their teachers. Or should I say teacher, and their teacher is the hero named Twice, which I'm just going to be calling him by his real name for now. Jin, or Sensei Jin, because I'm no way not going to say that other name, or his, surname, because I'm no way not going to say that. Oh god, just if I were to say it, I would probably butcher it. So, I'm just going to call him Jin. So, Jin introduces himself as their homeroom teacher, as everybody's excited. Except for Izuku because, quirk users. and knowing that they're the cause of this, well, apocalypse that is probably going to happen very soon. So, after they were told to, well, do a bit of like a lecture, as in like reading it. Wait for a second. After writing on the lecture on their notebooks and also reading the lecture out loud, they started leaving to go to lunch. While at lunch, he decides to sit with Toga with another boy, and also another person right beside them. So, these two people were a kid by the name of Dabi and another kid being named Shinso. So, I meant, Shinso introduces himself as he tells him that his quirk is called, well, mind control. As for Dabi, he calls his, quirk cremation. As Izuku would say this, ugh, edgelords. As one of them would say this, hey, how about you, as he says this, Izuku, and I'm quirkless. As he would say this, so you're quirkless? I feel bad for you, as he says this. Whatever. As he starts like chugging his drink, like a beer, basically. As after he done that, he decides to go somewhere else, going to the bathroom. As he bumps into a person. This person has red hair and red eyes. As he says this, oh sorry bro. As he says this, whatever. Izuku's personality is a bit different now, ever since after going to that world. He's a little bit more, Aizawa-ish. As he says this, just time. As they hear this, hey shitty nerd, let's hurry. As they see Bakugo. As Bakugo would see Izuku, as he would say this, Izuku, what do you do? As he says this, I'm leaving. As he starts leaving, as one of them, being a girl with pink skin, says this, so Bakugo, do you know that guy? As Bakugo would say this, yeah. I can't believe he decided to become a hero, even after I said all those things. He whispers to himself. As after that, Izuku goes to the bathroom and starts taking a leak. So, after taking a leak, he gets a notification from his phone. And this notification from his phone is from his demon, well, Cerberus. As Cerberus is quite hungry, and so, well, Izuku makes, well, not really a feature, more like he unlocked this feature earlier last time, which basically is like a pet game. So Izuku basically just like starts feeding Cerberus like dog food, or at least like virtual dog food. Just imagine that, just like, oh wait, oh my god, just imagine if like Shin Megami, like, or Atlas himself, just like decides to just make a game like that, like a mobile game where you basically like treat all of your demons as pets. That would be adorable. Either way, just imagine it like that, like those typical like pet games, like for example, Talking Tom, but except without the talking, or some other notable pet games which I kind of don't remember all that much. So after doing that, he goes back to class, as it's basically the end of class as everybody started leaving. So when Izuku starts packing his bags, Toga says this, hey, Izuku, maybe we should, I don't know, maybe like walk together? As Izuku would say this, sure. So, while they started walking towards the gate, they see Bakugo, as Bakugo would notice them in the corner of his eye, but would just try to like talk to Izuku. Class 1A would see this, as they would say this, so why is Bakugo going towards that guy? As Bakugo would say this, hey Izuku, I wanted to ask, why are you here? As Izuku would say this, I'm just a general studies student, and never talk to me. Scumbag. As Toga would say this, yeah. As they started leaving, as one of them would say this, hey, bro, that's actually not cool. As he would say this, whatever. At least I'm not talking to this garbage bag over there. This flaming asshole that told me to kill myself. As everybody would hear that. Yeah, let's just say the area right now is completely awkward. As one of them would say this. What did you say? As Bakugo would say this. Oh, come on, Izuku. It was just... As he would say this. Whatever. I'm leaving. Let's go, Toga. As Toga would say this. Sure. As he would grab Izuku's arm, wrapping around her arms. As one of them would say this. So, are they a couple, or as one of them being Todoroki would say this. Bakugo. As Bakugo would say this. What are you looking at? Half and half. As he says this. What did you do to that kid? As he says this. It's none of your damn business. As he starts leaving, all alone. So, Izuku, while going home by himself with Toga, was getting a notification from the demon summoning app, but just ignores it. While they were walking through the streets of Japan, or at least the district, well, they were basically in a little bit of a corner. They hit the corner where, well, both of their houses are in different directions, one on the left and one on the right. So Izuku would say goodbye to Toga, as Toga would say this. Bye, Izuku. As Izuku would say this. We're no longer kids, okay? So stop calling me that. Just call me Izuku. Okay? As she would say this. Okay, see ya. As she would blow a kiss, which kinda made Izuku blush a little bit, but just wipes it off. As he checks his phone, as he gets a call. As this call was from Elagor. Elagor would say this. So, how's your little talk with your girlfriend? As he would say this. Girlfriend? She's not my... I swear, she's not my... As, Lugaru would say this. I can't believe you got a girlfriend, even on the frickin' first day of school. As Izuku would say this. I told you, she is not my girlfriend. For God's sake. As they would reach his house, as they would see his mother. His mother was over there cooking dinner. As she would say this. Oh, hello Izuku. Are you, as he says this, no, not hungry. As she would say this. But you didn't even eat lunch last time. As he says this. What are you talking about? As she says this. What? But you left your lunch, as Izuku would say this. Don't worry, I ate at the cafeteria. Don't worry, I didn't get bullied. And besides, I would just rather just be alone right now. As Miko would say this. Are you, perhaps, as he says this, just leave me alone, Mom. So, after going to his room, as Izuku would start going onto his journal, which is what he's calling it now, where he starts writing about several of the experiences with the demon summoning act for today. As, well, Izuku would start going somewhere else. At night, in fact. So, Izuku would start going at night, going through the city, as he would start acting as a vigilante from that day forward. So, Izuku would start his vigilante work wearing this brand new little costume, which, yeah, it looks exactly like the same character as, like, the main character of, like, Devil Survivor 2, but still, it's kind of different. I mean, there's some red accents. Anyway, so, Izuku would wear that, and would wear this mask, which resembles his now Beano form. Right here. This mask. Yeah, pretty weird looking. So, after putting these things on, he would start going onto the streets as he would start going around finding some low-level criminals. So, while he's on the streets, he sees some thugs getting ready to, let's just say, unconsensually touching her. Let's just say that. As Izuku would come out of the shadows, as one of them would say this. Wait, is that a hero? As one of them would say this. Don't worry, it's just a fucking little kid. Hey, kid, you better start running, or we'll just have to kill you. As his arms would start growing, turning into large claws, while the other would start creating little knives out of nowhere. As he would say this. Let's start some fun. Elagor. Loop Guru. As Loop Guru would come out, but instead of being in this normal form, it more resembles his body seems to be covered in this almost how do you call it? Like this almost glitchy effect. So barely any of them can clearly see these creatures. As Elagor would start charging towards him, as it kicks him to the ground, but crushes his ribs, but not puncturing his vital organs, so it just clearly just knocks him out. As for the other guy that creates knives, he starts throwing it at, Loop Guru. Guru would start dodging all of the attacks, as he would headbutt, the guy, basically knocking him out. As the woman would say this, thank you, tell me, what is your name? As he says this, oh yeah, I don't have a, vigilante name right now. Just call me whatever. Just call me whatever or whatever. Either way, I should be going. As he starts running away. As the woman would think that he was a great hero. As she left the crime scene. So, Izuku, after getting a little awkward situation, he would think in his mind, my vigilante name. What should I pick as my vigilante name? I mean, I do have a creepy-ass mask, and it kind of resembles a clown. Maybe. I don't know. So, side tangent here. All of you guys are gonna be picking in the comments, what should his, hero, or should I say vigilante name, should be. Because, remember, he doesn't go to the hero course, instead being in the, regular old school courses. So, I want all of you guys to pick a vigilante name for him. I just want it to be simple and okay-ish. So, anyway, Izuku is jumping to building as he sees another fight. Specifically, a gang fight. This gang seems to be quite notorious, as Izuku would recognize that symbol on one of their, shoulders. That gang is actually infamous in his town because they kind of killed a high-level hero, specifically the previous number 10 hero. Yeah, and let's just say they're absolutely terrifying, especially their leader. And that leader is basically a beefcake. Just imagine his, quirk resembling Bane from DC Comics. That's basically his quirk in a nutshell. So, he was big. He wears a skull-like mask as he basically started pummeling everybody to the ground. As Izuku would look in the corner of his eye, Izuku would see a hero. A hero with goggles that, seem to be quite noticeable in the dark. It's colored yellow, as he seems to be wearing a scarf. As he jumps down, sorry about that. As he jumps down, as he starts fighting the villains. Izuku would join in, but decides to keep a low profile, summoning out Matador and Cerberus to fight for him. So, Matador and Cerberus would start charging in, as Matador would start, slashing at the villains but not killing them. More like, shocking them to the point that they got knocked out. Or basically, faint. So, for Cerberus, he starts tearing apart all of the villains. Well, not really killing them, more like maiming them. Basically, they're now crippled as hell. As Bane and Aizawa see this, they think, the hell are those? As Cerberus would start acting like a rabid dog, growling at them, as Matador would say this, for the glory of our master. Now, for you, villain, you shall die. As Ezekiel would say in his mind, do not kill him, goddammit. So, Matador would start charging towards him, as Aizawa would grab Matador in the hands, as he would say this, I don't know what the heck you are, but you're definitely not going to kill this villain. As he says this, interesting. As he starts slicing his, scarf with relative ease. As he would say this, what? My scarf? How did he... As he says this, what a pathetic little weapon of yours. In fact, why even call it a weapon? Now for you, villain. You shall pay with your crimes. As Cerberus and, Matador would start slashing at him, maiming him, and basically turning him into, a vegetable. So, basically, Matador would slash his arms, basically making him, bleed. But, actually, yeah, it kind of does kill him. Which, when Izuku saw this, he just sighed and said, God damn it. As Matador would say this, oh, my bad. As Cerberus would say, he basically just, tilts his head. As Aizawa would say this, why did you... Either way, I'm bringing you to prison right now. As he grabs both of them, but they disappear, going back into the Demon Summoning app where Izuku is currently standing on. Or currently, somewhere, far away. Maybe inside one of the buildings, as he starts escaping. Aizawa would, get afraid, and seeing the dead body of, the leader of the gang, it would terrify him, because his face, his body, everything, he doesn't look the same after that. So, yeah, after calling the police, and bringing the rest of the villains that are not dead, bring them to the hospital, they would check the autopsy of, the, gang leader. Apparently, those are definitely not, normal scars, and the depiction or the creatures that were told by Zawa and sketching them onto, a pad, they definitely don't look like any other villain. They don't like anybody that they can recognize. As Aizawa would say this, so I'm guessing they're probably new vigilantes. As one of them would say this, yeah, pretty dangerous. Wait for a second. Pretty dangerous ones, in fact. Especially the dog one. And by your depiction, it sounds more like... Actually, it sounds like you made that thing up. As, Aizawa would say this. I saw those things with my own two frickin' eyes. I am not frickin' lying. And second of all, I tried using my quirk. It didn't work. As he would say this. Tomato potato, you're probably lying. Even though you're a high-profile hero, it doesn't mean that you're always right. As he says this. Whatever. I'm leaving. So, after that little, interaction with the police, Izuku was currently at the police station, basically hiding in the shadows as he would hear this. Let's just say Izuku was completely mad at both, Cerberus and, Matador for basically killing the guy. Yeah, so... After Ezekiel left and starts going home, he would go back onto his bed and says this. Right, I killed a guy. Actually, it's more like they were the reason that that guy is killed. But still, I killed that guy. As he would try to go to sleep and not think about any of the guilt. So, yeah, Ezekiel would basically fall to sleep. So, that is basically the end of this episode. So, before you leave, I want all of you guys to pick a vigilante name for Ezekiel. Okay? Good. Make a hero name in the comments, and I will if I pick any of you guys, it's going to be random, by the way. If I put like my little stamp on there or whatever it's called, that will be the brand new hero name for Izuku. So, I hope you liked the video, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.